are back on the Mr. Think Smart show, man. I got another frat brother, not just frat brother from the greatest fraternity in all the land, but my chapter brother. Another one, baby. Big money boxing, baby. You see it. He's showing it.
I gotta get you one of these too.
Please give me one. I need one of those. No, you know what? You a Renaissance man.
Yes, sir.
Renaissance man doing amazing things. From I'm not gonna get into it because I got some questions about it. But no, I can mention it real quick. You not only are a full-time barber, you're a full-time DJ when they need you.
Sure.
At you now do what you do. You do photography. What else you do? Man, hustler, achiever in every field of human endeavor. That's what we stand for. That's what we believe, man. Man, I want you to introduce yourself to the world.
Jerome, I'm the barber, photographer, DJ, all that good stuff. 29, birthday coming up in a couple weeks. 30 on the 28th of November. Like you say, it's just the noob of all trades, the Instagram. So I try to live by that.
So let's talk about your childhood, man, coming up, bro. Let's start at the beginning, like I sent you those preps, man. So how was your childhood? How was growing up? Cause you are from St. Louis, correct?
Yeah, born and raised.
Born and raised. So how was growing up in our city, man? Because everybody had a different experience.
Initially, it was rough. As far as back as I can remember, I started my journey. What was it? High school Redwood, North Side. Then moved to Juniata and Grand on the South. Public schools, pretty much. I did go to a private school for 1 year. Didn't last long. Kind of fought a little bit in there. I wasn't able to separate the streets from the educational setting, so that was kind of one of those learning and teachable moments for me. Eventually we made it out to North County, like maybe 4th, 5th grade, and I got to see a different lifestyle, a different like atmosphere compared to what I was used to growing up in the city. Like that. I was sent away 1 year to live in Delaware, Dover, but other than that, and that was really like just eye-opening because it was farmland, deers, like all of that kind of stuff. We got that now in North County, but in the city, it's just a totally different world. But as a kid, man, it was your typical drive-bys you deal with. Like me and my sister knew as a kid to go run in the back room, hide in the bunk bed and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just battling with neighbors, with pest problems, and just not the best thing. Like we had the candy lady on the corner store, they killed her. Just a lot of gang activity. As a kid, you can see dead bodies. Like a lot of people laugh when they see them boys in the hood, but that's a real thing for someone else like who grew up around there. But
absolutely right, man. You know, Nelly said it. What you think we live on a farm? Nigga, be for real. Like people actually think like even though we have farmland in different places, but every city, big city has that, man. So it's it's nothing. Where does that energy come from to be the barber, be the DJ, be the photographer? Like, how do you have the energy to move forward and do it and focus and be so productive in all three? Because we only up maybe if 20 hours a day, maybe not even that. I say 18 hours a day, brother.
My rearview mirror, looking back, seeing the poverty areas we grew up in and stuff like that always my motivation to keep driving forward, to be honest. Just like having this where mom was kind of doing a lot on her own, and as a kid I just started hustling. Like I started working at the age of 2nd grade. Like a lot of what's grade is 2nd grade, but a lot of people don't know that and they don't believe that. But like literally a white man named Bill, I'll never forget him. He used to pay me $20 a day and used to give me a jumbo jack meal for work with him, and like we'd be doing like drywall, lawn service, because he owned property. He's actually the owner of our 4-family flat we live in.
Gotcha.
So ever since then, he just had me like kind of hustling, and my mom was always a hustler too, just to provide for us, and I just kind of took that and ran with it. But just when I look back and see what we used to have, I just want to change that for the fam and for my future. You know what I'm saying?
Right, it became a normality. It's normal for you. Yeah, and same thing with me. So when did you realize that you actually wanted to do it for yourself and like be the entrepreneur that you are?
I think it really hit probably in between the years of 2016 and 2018. I just was tired of answering to people. I really was getting a taste of like DJing heavy, like barbering part-time in Barber College, because I left school to go to Barber College. And I added photography. I'm like, man, I really can make this work on my own and not really have to answer to anybody. And so like, once I got a taste of that, I was working as a district officer for Riverview. And I remember exactly how it happened. Like that last semester, spring 18, I was like, man, I want to take this leap of faith. Will I really be able to do this and provide for all my financial needs, as well as my wants, and as well as saving? I was like, if I could do all three, then I'd be straight. So that summer, you don't work because it's no school. I'm like, let me see how this barbering takes me with photography and DJ on the side. And like, I was just working 8 hours a day. In Barber College, I was working like 10 plus because I was trying to get my hours accumulated too. So I'd be there with the AM crew and then come into the PM crew. But by the end of the summer, I was like, man, I'm not behind on bills. I'm actually saving more than I would be during the school year. And I just put my letter in. They kept, you coming back, Jerome? You coming back? They call me H, like, you coming back? I was like, well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and go to Barber full time. And that's just how I did it. And once I saw that, like, I took that leap of faith and saw that I could do it, but I still had a job, still waiting for me to come back to, I was like, I'm cool.
Man, that is, I mean, people don't understand that too. Because, you know, everybody can't do it at the same time, and everybody tries to mirror somebody else and say, I'm gonna do it when they do it. But when you do it, just go hard. You gotta focus, and that's the main thing. When people say be focused, it's a different level and a different dimension of focus when you an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Such as like you could, I couldn't go full time at the same time you went full time because it's about the situation you're in.
Yeah.
But you already had that mindset. I'm focused on what I'm doing, and I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna jump forward. Like I've jumped, but I ain't. But this jump that I made, it wasn't as in depth as what the next jump gonna be. It's gonna be a little bit more deep. And with this jump, I can jump. Boop, I can make it. This one, when I jump, all I want to do is fly after that.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I commend you on that. Now let me ask you this: has COVID has it affected your grind, like with working with people?
Yes. I was shut down. Like, well, just the barber community and the beautician, all of that, just from barbering beauticians to estheticians, all of us. Like, just that interpersonal was shut down for a good 2 months. Like, I want to say from March, maybe not a full 2 months, from March 25th all the way up to May 4th. I think we were shut down, May 5th.
Gotcha.
So, and then we slowly opened back up. But even clients now text me like, you shutting down again, Jerome? Do I need to try to get an appointment in now? Killer part is they can't get one in now because it's just booked. So it's like playing it by ear. County goes on the restrictions, but they haven't really started messing with the shops and stuff yet. So, but yes, it in a good sense, like remodeling, I was able to do during the shutdown. I was able to get back into fitness more during the shutdown, and buying dogs and training them. So I really didn't have to deal with the just like kind of nothing to do or that like just stuck in the house. I was able to kind of move during that time, but it definitely altered that. But it changed the hustle too. It was like I was in the process of, the beginning of 2020, I was supposed to invest into an event space. I wanted to do event space / like the bar and grill vibe. But I'm like, man, just imagine if I didn't drag because I was really just looking for venues, old Lions Choice, stuff like that. But I'm like, man, if I would have invested right in January, February when I intended to, all that money would have been like a flop in the business because COVID shut it down. So it's like, that's a blessing for real.
Blessing in disguise.
Just dragging my feet and I just jump on the first venue that I saw. So now I'm like, okay, if we ever are in a pandemic situation again, what kind of businesses where I can have making money that I can invest into where no matter what's going on, that's one thing that just won't shut down just because it's that much of a necessity to the world. So that's what I'm having now.
I think barbers are essential. I mean, you still.
There was a lot of comments. I'll pay you $100 right now to pull up. And I just was telling them like, I cut from home and I have family that live with me. So it's like, it's not really just about me. It's about me bringing that to the air that they breathe too. So it's like I couldn't be selfish.
Right, no doubt, we get it. I definitely get it. I hope y'all get it. As a black man in America, man, what mind-blowing experiences have you experienced or seen, or even I don't want to say preached, but you've heard that kind of pushed you to work with other people, or even are you open to working with other people with a common goal?
Yeah. For me, it was I want to say when I was working at Fraternity as a manager, it was a Jewish owner. My mother was a general manager at a restaurant. No matter what, I always saw them looking out for family. Like from the bar mitzvahs to everybody pitching in for vehicles, for graduation, to parents always taking care of kids, grandparents always taking care of grandkids. Just like, and I kind of just paid attention to how they move, and it was like, from the time they was born, they was like already investing into something for those kids. But for me, and it was just something I just posted recently. I feel like for our culture, we always like make sharing information like a stingy type of thing or knowledge. And for me, it's not like that. For me, I've taught. It's a few barbers. I don't even want to mention it because I don't need the credit. But it's a few barbers. I won't mention them by name. A few barbers that I've like taught constantly. Told them to jump out there, they did it, and they successful. Like boom, and like I see it all the time. Even have some of my former clients sitting in the chair, and I don't have a problem with that at all, as long as the clients is taken care of. But little things like that, I'm like, and it really hit for me when one of the guys came and thanked me. He said, "Jerome, I didn't know what I wanted to do in my life. I was struggling from job to job," and he was like, "You didn't ask me anything in return, but to stay professional and handle business the right way, and don't become big-headed with it." And he's like, and I did that. He's like, I just want to thank you. And it was just random. He just called me. Like every so often he hit me up, man, like, bro, I just want to thank you again, man. Because like now he has 2 children. Financially, he's changed the culture for his family and his lady and his children, because you're able to work daily, but the effort that you put in, it's an instant reward, instant gratification, because you're getting paid every time a client leaves your chair. But if you're doing it well to the point that where you can, you easily clear $100K a year as a barber. Easily. If you're doing it like at the base rate. The guys that are like 45, 50 appointment, they're seeing like 150 to almost 200 a year. But guys that's like 25, something like that, they can see 100 a year easily. So like stuff like that. And even with DJing, there's younger guys that come around want to DJ. I'm like, man, like, it's always gonna be a wedding in St. Charles and a wedding in North County on the same day, and one in the city. I can't do all 3. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be 4 or 5 clubs popping at the same time and then the DJ, and so forth. You know what I'm saying? Photography, any kind of event gonna need photography. So
you're just like me, brother. I'm not afraid to share or teach or give off information. And I feel that's what our people are missing. Yeah. You gotta share. What's the point of being greedy when it's so much more? It's so much more to eat. Like, why would if I got all if it was a cake, I know I can't eat all this cake at once. I know if I eat it all, it's gonna make me sick.
It ain't good for you.
It ain't good. Exactly. It's too much. Like, share the wealth, man.
And that's what we missing, because like I constantly hear relate to the party, and I always say he relates to the party. But it's somebody at the culture that knows what's going on to the things that to the party relate to. They just didn't invite us to the party. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things. But if you could bounce that knowledge off each other, spread the word, man,
man. I share it all the time. If I know it, I'm sharing it. That's what I do.
And we take over stuff on accident, not even really intentional.
Right, exactly.
Because of what we do and how we maneuver, we take over things naturally. So imagine we come together and put that effort towards taking over.
Right, man. Man, that was deep, and I hope y'all heard that, because that was deep information. Hey, share information. When you share information, that's what makes us a better culture. Before we get up out of here, I'm definitely gonna have you do your drops, but I want you to thank the people. Who do you thank? Who do you thank for getting you to this moment right here to sit in this seat from birth to sitting in this seat having an interview right now?
Our moms get that, hands down. Like, still to this day, support is always there. The ground was always there. Just nothing I could ask her for she'd say no to. But also just kind of like allowing me a lot of freedom early on. Like, most kids wouldn't be allowed to maneuver how I was maneuvering in elementary, like riding my bikes 20 minutes away to go hustle because somebody dragged, stuff like that. So she kind of trusted in me, but like also taught me the proper way, credit and all that kind of stuff just growing up. So like I gotta give her the most thanks.
Train up a child in the way they should go.
It's a lot of people along the way, like Noops for sure. They always kind of like allow me to have that sit down with them and just pick their brains on things. Even if they don't have a lot of time, they allow me to pick their brains. One of my mentors in high school, you know, Warden, GOV and all that kind of stuff. Just it's so many people.
Right. Shout out to GOV.
Yeah, let's go on and on and on. And we've been winning awards with that too. I was a part of the documentary where we spoke on that. So it's just like anybody that's ever been around, whether you know you was giving me information or not, you know what I'm saying? I'm a sponge, so I'm absorbing something from you while we sit. So, but for sure, my mom is probably like that number one person that like.
I love it, man. I love it. Well, we're gonna break off, man. Thank you for being on the Mr. Think Smart show on Think Smart TV, brother. You have been a blessing to not just me, but whomever you're gonna watch this in the future and down the years. Man, thank you.
No problem.